Hello everyone, myself Chandra Nadu. Welcome back to my channel Medico Alls. Now we are going to discuss about the physiology of heart. So in first video as we discussed that the structure of heart. Okay, so we completed about the structure, the anatomy of heart. Now here we are going to discuss about physiology, how our heart works, how our heart pumps the blood. Okay, that is called physiology. So mechanism, physiology or function. So how it is happening? So we will discuss with the help of very simple diagram. Okay, that is called physiology of heart. Okay, physiology of heart. So we'll discuss one simple diagram. So first we'll discuss with the help of two diagram. So first diagram, as we discuss in the anatomy, first we'll see this one small diagram, the structure of heart. So here we are going to indicate with the help of color. Okay, so always remember blue color and red we will discuss. So suppose this is the right part of our heart. This is called the right part. Here we have a left part. Okay, so as we discussed that this is called the superior vena cava, this is called inferior vena cava. So we discussed in the first video superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. We will indicate in the short form as superior vena cava, and here we will indicate with the help of inferior vena cava. Okay, so here we have a right atrium. This is called the right atrium. This is known as a right atrium. This is called the tricuspid valve. This is called the right ventricle. This is known as a here a valve, the valve is called tricuspid. Now we'll discuss, this is called the left atrium. This is called the left atrium. Okay, so here we can see here two type of okay. So our aorta, this is called the aorta. Our aorta is mainly connected to our left atrium as we discussed in the last video also, and it is also connected with this semilunar valve. So with yellow color we'll discuss that this is called semilunar valve, and this is called the pulmonary artery. Here we have a pulmonary artery. This is called the pulmonary artery. Okay, so this is known as pulmonary artery. So this is called pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery also indicated with the help of bluish color. Okay, then we'll discuss with pulmonary vein. This is called pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. This is called superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Here we discuss this is called the tricuspid. Okay, tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve. This is called bicuspid valve. So tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve. These are the semilunar valve. This is called the semilunar valve, which is mainly found in our pulmonary artery. Okay, so we are going to focus about physiology. So physiology means, if you see that the meaning only indicate that physiology means the mechanism how our heart works, that is called physiology of circulation, we can say physiology of heart, we can say function of heart, we can say. Okay, so the different names are indicated. So this is called right atrium, as we discussed in the last video also. This is called the right ventricle. Okay, this is known as left atrium. This is called left ventricle. Now here we are going to focus how our heart works, how our heart pumps the blood. So mainly superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So okay, they collect the deoxygenated blood. If you see that our heart is mainly divided into two parts. This part is called the right part and this part is called the left part. This is called the septum. This is known as a septum. Septum is a muscle which divide our heart into two parts, right part and left part. So right part you can see right atrium, right ventricle. Left part you can see left atrium and left ventricle. So why this part is called the blue? Why this part is called the red? So the reason is that the right part always carry the deoxygenated blood. So the right part, The right part of our heart, the right part carry deoxygenated blood. It carry deoxygenated blood. So deoxygenated bloods are mainly deoxygenated bloods are always bluish in the color due to the presence of carbon dioxide. So mainly our veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. If you see that veins, the vein we can see in our hand, these are the bluish color. So veins are bluish color because it collects the deoxygenated blood. For this reason, we are discussing that the right part of our heart is a bluish color, whereas the left part of our heart is called the red color, which carry the oxygenated blood. So the right part, so left part is mainly carrying oxygenated blood. So this left part is mainly carrying oxygenated blood. Always remember this. Okay. Now we are going to start. Okay. So superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava collects. Okay. Superior vena cava. Okay, what is called vena cava? Vena cava is the largest vein of our body. The largest, okay, the vein of our body is called the vena cava. So veins or vena cava, okay, vena cava. So vena cava is mainly, so lots of a vein combined together become a vena cava. So vena cava or vein, or you can say vein, they always collect the blood. They are the collecting vessel. They are the collecting vessel. Collecting vessel. So this is a type of a blood vessel which collect the blood. We are saying that it is called collecting vessel. So what it collects? Superior vena cava collect the deoxygenated blood. It collects the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of our body, whereas inferior vena cava collects deoxygenated blood from the lower part of our body and gives the right atrium. Now you can see right atrium receive deoxygenated blood from superior vena cava, from inferior vena cava. So in what will happen into the right atrium? In the right atrium, the blood volume become increase. Into the right atrium, the blood volume increase. When the blood volume increase, the atrium start contracting. So as a heart consists of cardiac muscle, it start contracting. The chamber start contracting, become smaller. Inside the atrium, the pressure become very high. So the pressure inside the chamber is very high. So what is the role of valve? We discussed that in first video. So what is valve? Valve is a one-way opening gate. It opens and closes. Okay, due to the change in the pressure. When pressure increase from atrium, then what will happen? The valves opens and blood flow to the lower portion called ventricle. Now due to the high pressure, we discussed that pressure increase due to the contraction. Already blood volume is high. Now this valve open. When the valve open, when valve open, the blood from right atrium moves into the right ventricle. Now our right ventricle is full of blood. Here blood volume become decreases. Okay, now pressure become decreases because already blood moves to the downward. Now here blood volume become increase. Now in our ventricle, blood volume become increases. So increasing the blood volume. Now ventricle start contracting and press, and ventricle is also the larger chamber. So inside the ventricle pressure is very high. So now pressure increase. Pressure inside the ventricle become very high. Due to this high pressure, here pressure is high. Here now pressure become low. Now here pressure become low. Why pressure low? Because already blood moves to the downward, and now here after contraction atrium start relaxing. Relaxation means wider, become larger. So when our atrium relax, the chamber become larger and blood volume is also low. Now ventricle, in our ventricle blood volume is high. In that it is also contracting. The chamber start contracting, so pressure increase. So due to increase in the pressure, most of the blood it may try to backflow. When the blood try to backflow, at that times our valve close. At that times our valve close. So valve is called one-way opening gate which prevent the backflow. So valve close, it prevent the backflow. If our valve does not close, what will happen? Blood may flow into the right atrium and the circulation out of the heart become reduced. Okay, for this reason, so that reduces the cardiac output. For this reason, our valves close to prevent the backflow of blood. Okay, this is the function. So our valves close to prevent the backflow of blood. Now, due to the high pressure, our ventricle is contracting and contracting, pressure become high. Now, semilunar valve open. When the semilunar valve is mainly pulmonary artery. Semilunar valve is found in pulmonary artery. Now, when the semilunar valves open, blood flow, okay, deoxygenated blood flow into the pulmonary artery. Through the pulmonary artery, blood goes into the pulmonary means lungs. Now, blood goes into the lungs. In the lungs, what is happening? In the lungs is mainly the organ which is helping for exchange of gases. So mainly blood pass into the lungs. In the lungs, what will happen? Okay, oxygenation take place. So lungs gives oxygen to our hemoglobin and takes all those carbon dioxide. Now blood become fully oxygenated. Oxygenated means blood consists more oxygen, lesser carbon dioxide. So all those, so carbon dioxide is a waste product, byproduct. So which are produced due to the cellular respiration. So when our cell, okay, so during the metabolism, our cell produce huge amount of waste product. Okay, so that is called the deoxygenated blood. So that now you can see here the deoxygenated blood by the pulmonary artery, okay, supplying or you can say pumping deoxygenated blood to the lungs. The lungs blood is oxygenated. Now this oxygenated blood is carried by pulmonary vein. Now you can see here is called pulmonary vein. So pulmonary veins collect. Okay, now you can see the pulmonary veins. Pulmonary means lungs. Veins means collecting vessels. So they collect the blood from the lungs. In the lungs we have oxygenated blood. So now oxygenated blood is mainly passing into left atrium. Now you can say in the left atrium blood volume become increased because our left atrium is receiving blood from pulmonary vein. Here volume increase. Now our atrium start contracting, but both the atriums are contracting at the same time. Always remember this point. Both atriums are contracting at the same times, whereas ventricles are relaxing. When atrium contract, ventricle relax. When ventricle relax, atrium contracts. Means contraction of atrium and contraction of, or you can say contraction of ventricle never overlap. So when it contract, it relax. When it relax, it contracts. Okay, so it never overlap. So contraction and relaxation of atrium and ventricle never overlap. So always remember both atriums are contracting at the same times. So blood mainly moves to the downward called the ventricle. Now ventricle is relaxing. So ventricle receive the blood. After the over of contraction, our ventricle start contracting. When our ventricle start contracting, our atrium start relaxing. So now you can see in the left atrium, bloods are filled from pulmonary vein, blood volume is increased. Now our ventricle atrium start contracting. Now pressure inside the atrium become very high. Due to the high pressure, now our bicuspid valves are open. When our bicuspid valve open, that what will happen? Then blood from left atrium moves to the left ventricle. So what will happen here? Pressure become decreased because already blood flow to the downward. Blood volume become decreased because blood moves to the downward. Now here blood volume, BV means blood volume is increases. When the blood volume increases, our ventricle start relaxing. Our ventricle start contracting. When ventricle contract, then pressure become very high. Due to the high pressure, most of the blood may try to backflow, but that stop the backflow by closing of valve. So our valve close, here valve close, and it prevent the backflow. Now our semilunar valve open. When the semilunar valve open, blood mainly flow into the aorta. Now blood flow into the aorta. Through the aorta, it supply to the artery. Through the artery, supply to the different parts of our body. So in this way, mainly how our heart works. So very simple diagram. We discuss that physiology. So how the physiology of our heart work, we'll discuss once more. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava collects deoxygenated blood. So it is called the bluish color because our deoxygenated bloods are bluish in the nature. Okay, so it gives the blood to the right atrium. In the right atrium, blood volume is high. Due to the blood volume, it start contracting and blood flow into the ventricle. Now ventricle receive the blood volume increase, start contracting. Blood may try to backflow, so it closes the valve. So valve prevent the backflow. Now blood pumps into the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery carry the blood, gives to the lungs. So what is the function of lungs? Oxygen and remove the carbon dioxide. So blood become oxygenated here. After oxygenation, blood is collecting by pulmonary vein and gives to the left atrium. So always remember the right part of our heart carries the deoxygenated blood, the left part of our heart carries the oxygenated blood. So it is indicated as a red color. So pulmonary vein. So every artery carries the oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. Now you can see here pulmonary artery is carrying deoxygenated blood. Every vein collecting the deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Now when our left atrium receive the blood volume high, start contracting, pressure increase. Now valve open, blood flow into the left ventricle. Now here blood volume is low, here blood volume is high, pressure decreases. Now our ventricle start contracting. When our ventricle start contracting, our atrium start relaxing. So most of the blood it may try to backflow. So when it try to backflow, at that times our this valve known as bicuspid valve closes to prevent the backflow. Okay, so when it closes, then what will happen? The semilunar valve open. When the semilunar valve open, blood flow into the aorta. Through the aorta, it supply to the different part of our body. So each and every part of our body, blood received from, okay, blood received from the left ventricle. So left ventricle is the only chamber of our heart which pump oxygenated blood to the each and every part of our body, mainly brain, to the lower part of our body, to upper part of our body. So every part of our body receive oxygenated blood from our left ventricle. Okay, so left part of our heart always carry oxygenated blood, the right part of our heart always carry the deoxygenated blood. So these all about the physiology of circulation. So here we'll discuss once more another diagram. So very simple diagram. We'll discuss with one more diagram of physiology. A very simple diagram. I will hope that by this diagram everyone can able to get that the physiology of circulation. So just make a rectangular shape. Suppose this is the chamber of our heart. Okay, many times we discuss in the class. This is called the chamber of heart. Suppose this is the chamber of heart. Suppose this is called right atrium. This is called right ventricle. This is called left atrium. This is called left ventricle. Here we have a valve. This is called the valve. Tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve. Suppose here we have. Suppose this is called superior vena cava. Suppose this is called superior vena cava. So superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Okay, they collect the blood from the upper part of our body, gives to the right atrium. So the right atrium, blood pumps to the right ventricle. Right ventricle pumps blood, it goes to the lungs. So in the lungs, mainly blood is oxygenated. So very simple diagram. Okay, so here mainly for your understanding purpose. Now blood is oxygenated. Once the blood is oxygenated, okay, once the blood is oxygenated, after the oxygenation, blood is mainly carried. This is called pulmonary artery. Always remember, this is called pulmonary artery. This is called pulmonary artery. This is called superior vena cava. This is called inferior vena cava. Okay, so after oxygenation, blood is carried by pulmonary vein. This is called pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein is collecting. So every vein carries the deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Now pulmonary vein collects the blood and gives to the left atrium. Now it gives to the left atrium. Left atrium again blood will contract, blood pumps to the left ventricle. Into the left ventricle, blood volume increase, it start contracting and it pumps the blood. So left ventricle pumps blood into the aorta. So it pumps the blood into the aorta, which is